Namaste. I'm Bhavna, the founder of Learning Sutra Lifelong Learning. I'm an English language trainer and, of course, a storyteller. And you can call me Story Aunty. Do you like listening to stories? If so, welcome to my channel, Storyland by Learning Sutra, where you can learn English through stories. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Storyland. Are you ready to listen to today's story? Find a cozy corner and settle down with a glass of water. Namaste, everyone. This is Story Aunty again. I hope you enjoyed my last story. Are you ready to listen to another story today? I'm going to tell you a beautiful story today. So are you ready? But as usual, before we listen to the story, let's thank the people who brought us the story. The name of today's story is Beauty is Missing. The author, Priya Kuriyan. And the illustrator, that's the one who's drawn the pictures, is also Priya Kuriyan. So let's thank them for this beautiful story. Let's begin. Pause the video here and let's think to learn. Before you listen to the story, name 3 people or 3 things that you find beautiful. Why do you find them beautiful? Who is Beauty? How do you know? What do you think this story is going to be about? Pause the video here and quickly make a few notes or think about these questions. I hope you've made some notes or thought about the answers to some of these questions. So let's now begin the story. Look at this picture. Who's this lady? Where do you think the story is going to be set? Look at the trees. What kind of trees do you see in this picture? Yes, they are banana trees. Look at these. These are banana trees. Have you ever seen them? The story is set in a small village in Kerala, which is in the south of India. The name of the village is Erumanur. Erumanur. So it's a story set in a small village called Erumanur in Kerala, which is in the south of India. It's a beautiful state. Kerala is also called God's own country. And it's famous for its beautiful landscape, the beaches, coconut trees, Ayurveda, and Kerala banana chips. Do you like banana chips? Now let's look at this lady. Look at what she's wearing. She's wearing something called a dhoti or a lungi. A dhoti is worn on the lower part of the body, from the waist to the foot. It's something like a long skirt. In Kerala, a dhoti or a lungi is worn by men and women, but the upper garment changes or varies with gender and age. Lungis are generally colorful and with various designs on it. A variation of the lungi or the dhoti is called a mundu and is mostly white. Look at this place. What does it seem like? What is this place? Look at this jeep standing outside. What do you think this place is? And did you know that the word Jeep, that's Jeep, comes from the military term GP, which means general purpose vehicles. So these vehicles were used for general purposes. And soon the word GP became Jeep as we know it today. Coming back to the story, what do you think this place is? This is a small building, not building, maybe it's a small house and a Jeep standing outside the house. It's a police station. The morning after the night beauty disappeared, peals of laughter were heard in the Erumanur police station. What is happening at the police station? Who is laughing? I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, these policemen are laughing. Why do you think they're laughing? And who is this old woman in a white sari? She is Tessama. Tessama. Her name is Tessama. The word Amma is used in India to denote someone who is elderly. Amma means mother. And when you visit Kerala, you will often see men and women wearing all white clothes. White dresses are very popular in the state because white represents purity. Now, this Tessama has come here to ask the police for help to look for beauty. So, who do you think is beauty? Any ideas? Tessama had come here to ask for help. But look at the policemen. Hoo hoo ha 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 ha. Guffawed Inspector Gopi. Do you see this inspector here? He is Inspector Gopi. He guffaws, he laughs. But look at Tessama's face. How do you think she is feeling? I'm sure she must be angry because she's asking for help. And they're laughing. But why are these policemen laughing? Let's find out. Who's this? A policeman? A police woman? Can a woman be a police officer? Of course. But we can't call her a policeman, can we? So, the word police officer is a better word that can be used for both policemen and policewomen. So, let's use the word police officer for all genders. So, here is a police officer. Look at this police officer. Look at her face. What do you think she's thinking about? And look at these posters in the police station. Can you see these posters? Look at them very carefully. These are pictures of people who are missing or they are wanted because they are robbers or thieves. And rewards are offered for those who can find them. Can you see these pictures? So, the policemen were laughing. I'm sorry, the police officers were laughing. But only two people did not find the whole situation funny. They were not laughing. One, Tessama, whose beloved buffalo Beauty was missing, and Jinsey Joes, the new constable at Erumanur police station. So now do you know who Beauty is? The police officer's name is Jinsey Joes. She's a new constable. But who's Beauty? Do you know who Beauty is? Yes, Beauty is a buffalo. Did you think about this? Had you guessed? If yes, wonderful. If not, why not? So, Beauty is a buffalo. And that's why those police officers were laughing. Who names a buffalo Beauty? Guffawed the police officers. Would you call a buffalo Beauty? I love animals, so I think I would. And doesn't Beauty look lovely? Look at her beautiful eyes. Aren't they beautiful? She looks so kind. Do you like her? Now, what did Jinsey do? Jinsey immediately got down to work. She put up a missing poster for Beauty in the police station. Have you ever seen a poster for missing pets? Where? I've seen some on the street, but never in a police station. How do you think a family feels when a pet is missing? I would feel very sad because pets become a part of your family. So I would really miss my pet if she was lost. What did Jinsey do next? Jinsey wanted to help Tessama and asked Tessama to describe how Beauty looks so that she could help her to find Beauty. So tell me about Beauty, Jinsey said. Well, first things first, she is a beauty, said Tessama. So do you think Tessama loved Beauty? I think so, because she was Tessama's pet buffalo, and pets are like family. And do you think Tessama really felt or really thought that Beauty was beautiful? Why? Because she loved her. And if you love someone, looks are not important. You love your friends and your family because they are always there for you and not because of how they look. Do you agree? So Tessama found Beauty really beautiful because she loved her. Tessama said, honestly, Beauty is a traffic stopper. Honk, honk, beep, beep. Honestly, she's a traffic stopper. Now, the word traffic stopper has two different meanings. The first meaning is someone or something that causes a traffic jam by stopping in the middle of the road. The second meaning is someone or something that is so interesting that people stop to have a look. Which one do you think Tessama meant? Tessama said Beauty is a traffic stopper. So which meaning do you think she was referring to? Why does she call Beauty a traffic stopper? Think about it. Yes, she's using the second meaning of the word traffic stopper because Tessama thinks Beauty is very beautiful and people stop to look at her and hence the traffic stops. So she refers to her as a traffic stopper. Tessima further said, while Beauty is being milked at dawn, She insists on listening to Western classical music on her radio. Can you imagine a buffalo listening to a radio? Can you see something interesting in the picture? Can you spot the radio? Yes, look at this radio. The radio belongs to Beauty, a buffalo with a radio. Tessama said, while she grazes, it's always music from Bollywood. So while grazing, Beauty again has her radio with her. Can you see this? And she loves listening to Bollywood music. What is Bollywood music? Bollywood music means songs from the Indian popular film industry, which is based in Mumbai or Bombay, as it was originally called. So she loves listening to Bollywood music when she's grazing. And what is Beauty doing here? She's rolling in the mud. Can you see this? And does she still have her radio? Yes, of course. Here's her red radio. Tessama said, when Beauty wallows in the pond, it's her beauty regime, you see. She prefers romantic Malayalam songs. Malayalam is the regional language of the state of Kerala. So, as her beauty regimen, Beauty loves rolling in the mud, wallowing in the mud, and listening to romantic Malayalam songs. And at night, she always sleeps to soft instrumental music. Instrumental music is music that is performed using only instruments. So there are no voices, just instruments. Beauty loves listening to instrumental music when she sleeps. You can try this too. Music relieves stress. So you can try listening to music when you are stressed or when you are tired. Listen to soft music or read your favorite book or cuddle up with your pet if you have one. So Jinsey thought, what excellent taste in music. What a buffalo. She has such a beautiful taste in music. Have you ever seen a buffalo who likes music? I haven't. Now, who's this man? What did Jinsey do? And what is he wearing? What is the man wearing? Do you remember what it is called? Is that a mundu? Or is it a lungi? Mundus are mostly white, but this is colorful. So I think it's a lungi. Most men in Kerala wear lungis as casual wear or as a house dress because it is very comfortable to wear. So Jinsey decided to go around the village and ask folks if they had seen Beauty. She ran into Thomachan, but he hadn't seen Beauty. So what is this man's name? Thomachan. And wait, he's holding a rope behind him. Can you see this? What do you think is tied to that rope? Could it be Beauty? Do you think so? Let's see. Oh no, this is not Beauty. Who is this? This is a cow. Does the cow have a name too? Thomachan said, "Sorry, I don't know any buffalo called Beauty. And frankly, I don't like buffaloes. I only like my cow, Chandana Kuti, and she doesn't wallow in the mud like those buffaloes." So, did Thomachan like buffaloes? No, he did not. Did he like cows? Yes, he did. Why? Because cows did not wallow in the mud. And what is the cow doing? The cow is pooping. Yes. So do you think Thomachan was lying? Had he seen Beauty? Jinsi now goes ahead and meets two girls. Who are these girls? Where are they coming from? Look at the pictures carefully and take a guess. Look at their footwear. Look at their clothes. Look at their hair. Where do you think they're coming from? And are they related to each other? So Jinsi met the sisters, Remani and Savitri, who were on their way back from the local pond. They hadn't seen Beauty either. So Remani and Savitri had gone to the pond to have a bath and to wash their clothes too. See the towel on their head? They've just washed their hair. They've had a bath and they have a bucket and some soap. So they've probably washed some clothes too. Village houses often do not have running water. So people usually go to the pond to wash their clothes and even to have a bath sometimes. If you have running water in your house, you're lucky. So use it wisely and do not waste it. Remani said, "I have told Tessama 100 times not to let Beauty walk around without a noose. A noose is a rope that you tie in the neck. What's the harm in giving her a few whacks with a stick? But no, Beauty's skin is too sensitive, it seems. Anyway, who would steal that useless buffalo?" giggled Savitri. "If she were a pretty cow, I would steal her." So what do you think? Does Tessama ever hit Beauty? I don't think so because she loves Beauty. But do you think Savitri and Remani love animals? I'm not so sure because they talk about hitting Beauty. So maybe they don't love animals too much. How do you think Tessama would feel if someone would hit Beauty? I'm sure she would be very, very angry. Would you ever hit an animal? I know you won't because you're not unkind. Now, coming back to the story, could Remani and Savitri be lying that they haven't seen Beauty? Or do you think they're speaking the truth? Moving ahead, what does Jinsi see? She sees a truck. And do you see these birds? Did you notice them earlier around Beauty? These birds are called cattle egrets. Cattle egrets. And they're called cattle egrets because they follow cattle to feed on the insects on and around the cattle. Cattle egrets are commonly found in Kerala, and the breeding starts around the start of the rainy season. So these are cattle egrets. So Jinsey spots this truck. Who's there? A little ahead, near the truck, Jinsey ran into a man who seemed to be repairing his truck and making a big noise. Tuck, 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 tuck. He was repairing his truck, you see. But there was also loud music playing from his truck. Jinsey shouted, "Excuse me, have you seen a beautiful black buffalo wandering around here?" And this is the man. See, he's repairing his truck. Have you seen him before? I think I've seen him somewhere. What about you? Does he seem familiar? He does to me. But let's find out. The man says, "Why are you asking me? I'm new here. I'm just repairing my truck. My truck is full of jackfruit. And those buffaloes are such social animals. She must be busy socializing with her friends. Anyway, like I said, why would I know anything about a buffalo who listens to the radio? It might rain today. Do you think it will rain today? I think so." Jinsey went on ahead. Could the man be speaking the truth? Or was he lying? Now, what do you see in this picture? There's the village pond. Maybe the pond where Remani and Savitri had a bath. And I see a school here. Can you see the bottom of my screen? There's a school here. Looks like a school. There's a church here. And there's also a mosque. There's a church and a mosque. Did you know that Kerala is one of the most religiously diverse states in India? The state has Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and people of other religions too. And they all live together in unity. But what does this picture mean? What is this little brown line going around the village? That's the path that Jinsey took while looking for beauty around the village. So Jinsey cycled all around Erumanur village with very little luck. But she met different people. She asked them the same question. Did you see beauty? But different people gave different replies. One said, "Sorry, I haven't seen any buffaloes." A second person said, "Beauty? My daughter's name is also Beauty." A third person said, "Maybe she just decided to run away." Maybe. A fourth person said, "Disappeared in the middle of the night? She's probably been sold off at the meat market already." Sad, isn't it? A fifth person said, "How will you find her when you can't make out one buffalo from the other?" That's true. All buffaloes look the same. How would you recognize Beauty if you saw her? Think about it. Now, Jinsey was very tired. So she went to a little tea stall. And who's this lady here? We saw her at the start of the story, remember? Do you think she knows where Beauty is? And what is this man doing? He's wearing a lungi too. Dulkar Ikka had not seen beauty either, but he let Jinsi stick a poster about beauty at his tea stall. So what's the man's name? He is Dulkar Ikka, the owner of this tea stall. Do you like his face? I think he's quite nice. Look at his nice mustache. Lovely mustache that he has. He's smiling and he looks quite friendly, doesn't he? I would love to meet him. Now, Jinsi sat down to have some tea. But what is Dulkarika doing? Jinsi was tired. Looks like the radio is not working. It's making funny noises. Psst, psst, psst. The radio's not working. It's making these funny noises. Ah, now it's better. Jinsi had a brainwave. What do you think she did? She had a wonderful idea. Do you know what it was? What place is this? It's a cow shed. It's Beauty's shed, the place where Beauty lived. So Jinsi went to Beauty's shed with a picture of Beauty in the cow shed. She ran back to Beauty's shed. Beauty, of course, was missing. She's there in the picture, but she was not there in the shed because she was missing. But so was something else. What else do you think was missing? Yes, the red radio. The red radio is there in this picture, but it's not there in the shed now. And neither is Beauty. Now, what's Jinsi doing in the dark? Why is she climbing into this truck? What is she going to do? And do you see these shining yellow dots? They are fireflies, also called glowworms or lightning bugs. Fireflies are fun to watch because they light up and twinkle at night. But unlike a light bulb, which produces a lot of heat, in addition to light, a firefly's light is cold light. So it won't burn your hand and it won't burn the firefly. It won't burn you. It's fun to watch. Have you ever seen any? So in the night, that night, Jinsi ventured out to set some things right. In the darkness of the truck, something other than the fireflies was shining. Let's see what it was. So many fireflies and 2 pairs of eyes. Who could this be? What do you think? Jinsi flashed her torch into the truck. Who was there? Jinsi had found Beauty. And the thief too. Yay! Jinsi found Beauty. Isn't she a smart police officer? Yes, she is. So now, how does Tessima look now? She looks happy, doesn't she? Because Jinsi had found her Beauty. But where's the thief? Shaji Kuttapan, that's Beauty's kidnapper, was promptly marched off to the police station. How did you figure it out, Jinsy? Asked Tessama. It's simple, said Jinsy. Shaji said he hadn't seen a buffalo who listens to the radio. I never told him about Beauty listening to the radio. Shaji stole Beauty so that he could sell her off in the next village at a butcher's. But things hadn't really gone according to his plan. So look at Shaji. Do you now remember where you've seen him before? Now I remember. Let's go back to the police station for a minute. Look at these posters. We'd seen these posters in the police station, hadn't we? And look at this one. Doesn't he look like Shaji? Had you seen it earlier? So how did Shaji steal Beauty? Look at these pictures and think about what he did. How did he steal Beauty? So this is how he stole Beauty. Shaji had tried very hard to get Beauty out of her shed, but Beauty refused to move. So Shaji thought he might as well take the radio. To his happy surprise, Beauty couldn't imagine being without her radio. So she followed him into his hideout, his truck, which was under repair. And this is exactly how some bad people trick children sometimes. They take away a child's toy or offer them a chocolate, and when the child follows them, they kidnap the child and take them away, far away from their home. So if someone offers you a chocolate or takes away your toy, do not follow that person. Shout for help. You can get a new toy or a chocolate, but your parents cannot get a new you, can they? So be careful. Tessama was thrilled to have her Beauty back. She saw her beloved Beauty and was thrilled, and so was Beauty. How lovingly Tessama and Beauty are looking at each other. Look at their twinkling eyes. And in the end, Inspector Gopi said, I must say, Beauty is indeed a beauty. Let's read a little about Beauty and other buffaloes. Did you know that buffaloes are highly intelligent animals who love socializing with others of their kind? So they love making friends, just like you. They're often found wallowing in mud or taking dust baths in order to protect themselves and their sensitive skin from sunburn and insects that bite. They enjoy grazing and being outdoors. Research also shows that buffaloes like listening to slow music. It helps alleviate stress and relaxes them. It helps take away the stress. So try it. Maybe you'll like it too. Listen to music when you are stressed. So did you enjoy the story? Before we end the story, let's pause to ponder. Was Beauty really a beauty? Why or why not? What is your idea of beauty? What makes someone or something beautiful? Has the story changed your idea of beauty? So that's the end of today's story. I hope you enjoyed the story. Keep thinking about these questions, and I'll see you once again in Storyland. Bye from Story Aunty. Did you enjoy today's story? If you want to listen to more stories like this, subscribe now to my channel, Storyland by Learning Sutra, where you can learn English through stories. For now, bye from Story Aunty. See you again in Storyland.